lost the shit. But I think I figured some shit out. Like I said, if you watch my first one, I googled some shit because I was
The
lost
Castle
when
of
I first
Otranto
played.
by Horace Walpole.
This is without broadcasting.
I started reading this, though never got round to finishing it.
The gentle maid whose hapless tale these melancholy pages speak. Say, gracious lady.
Alright, like I said, you can read all these books during at night, during night time. I just want to shout out to Dashy XP, my boy Lamar. Y'all should know. He's big, black. You know, he's funny as crap. Does a lot of stuff with it. Dash XP. I'm just saying, shout out to both of them, because without them, I wouldn't be doing what I want to do today. Well, I can't do nothing. Like I said, I'm a water tech, which a lot of people don't understand what that is. It's kind of hard to explain, but I go inside people's houses, and I'm without a job right now because you can't do that. Can't do that with the coronavirus going on. So I did go on Google. I figured out what to do. If you watched the first episode, I didn't figure out what to do all the way. So hold on, bro. It's kind of crazy though, because I do live in a ballin' ass mansion. Okay, it's not really a mansion. It's a big story, two-story house. It has it could be considered a mansion once it has 2 bathrooms. This right here is a castle, so this is different. It's like a bathroom in each bedroom. But how many bedrooms I got? One, two, three, four. 4 bedrooms, 1 bath. But we're trying to make it 3 bath. Because it could be 3 bath. You got a game room, big ass dining room, living room. Yeah, so it's close to being a mansion. It is close. It is damn near it, son. Damn near it.
This'll make it easier to carry. The boy. It must be. But I need to be sure. Perhaps the names are on the back. Lady Margaret. She looks happy. I can't imagine her smiling like that these days.
I feel like this is a real photo.
The boy. How did he provoke Edward into throwing him down the stairs?
Well, you gotta think. You used to be a kid. I used to be a kid. Your dad used to be a kid. When our parents were kids, they were acting like kids too. None of us were perfect. So you would piss off your parents. You know what I mean? Easily. When they're working, you go in the bother room, you yell at. You know what I mean? So
My family. Yet they're all still strangers to me.
because dad kept them a secret.
Grandfather Edward. Just as he looked last night.
Alright, so if that's it, there's something on the back.
What's this? Looks like it's drawn in blood?
Okay, I don't get what's going on now, but I know that that needed to be something needed to be done because you watched my last one. It was like almost 2 hours long. It was like an hour. It was about 2 hours long. But again, I was gonna make them long anyway because I'm trying to beat this game in one night. So. Alright, now we gotta figure out some shit. Oh, okay, so just press X there. Well, hold X. it's hat bags. Oh, that is scary. That wasn't really. I guess it was supposed to be jump scary. That's not. If y'all got scared, like it, leave a like, subscribe. You know what I mean? But it was scary.
Regardless of what I told Miss Cranen, these visions are like nothing I've ever experienced before. And they're getting worse.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Alright, so let's go back to this. Alright, nope. So we leave this area. I Googled some stuff. I just Googled it. Because like I said, I was playing this by myself before I broadcasted. And streamed it. Because these kind of stream. I mean, it says I'm on air. I don't know how many YouTubers liking or just going to my stuff and just watching them live, you know what I mean? So, it's a stream. To me, they're streams. So, when I was doing this by myself without any streams or broadcast, it took me, I was doing it for an hour. I couldn't figure out nothing. There's something over here too. What? Okay, so... Okay.
If the old man I...
Nope. That's not it. It's not it. Alright, let's talk to her about the picture that we found.
Lady Margaret?
Yes, David?
I saw an old photograph of a boy in the other room. Something tells me she wouldn't be happy if she knew I had it in my pocket.
Ah, that was taken in 1894. Young Johnny, your father.
You can remember the exact year.
It's a funny thing when you reach my age. You can remember dates from decades ago.
But not what you had for breakfast.
Maybe others can't.
Like I said, this is based off in the 1800s or 1900s. So, when his dad had the castle when his dad was a little boy, it was in the 1800s, 1894, almost 1900s. So when the 1900s came around, automobiles, all the other stuff. So this is probably about close to around World War One that all this was taking place. I don't think World War One even happened yet, but I'm thinking this was around close to World War One, which I was spot on with because I was trying to figure that out because Google won't.
Who, may I ask, were the others in the picture?
That would be your Aunt Clara and your late great-grandmother, the last true Countess of Scahandew House. And my dear Edward, of course.
I noticed my father had a scar on his face. How did that happen?
Falling from a tree, perhaps? I can't recall. But your father was a clumsy child.
Can't recall. But you remember the date the photograph was taken? I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes.
Okay, so since we take the leave, I wonder if I go back. Because a bunch of things just happened that didn't happen before when I was playing by myself. Not that I got y'all to witness it. A lot of things happened. I wonder if you can hear me while I'm whispering on the episode. I mean, Sony's got some good mics. Alright, so dinner still ain't ready yet. So there's some more things that need to happen before dinner's ready, I guess. Bro, I guarantee you that that maid's dying, though. Like, when dinner's gonna be ready, I think some cannibalistic shit. But, like, where's the maid at? We've had her for dinner. It's be like some Resident Evil 7 shit. Okay. I'm doing all the right things. Doing all the right things. Hey, I saw the food. Oh, here we go. Oh. What the frick is going on? Okay. I thought a cutscene was about to happen. Let's see if I can walk this way. Walk this way. Talk this way. Oh, okay. Ho. Nope, because I looked at that at night. So I guess...
Contrary to everything I've learned so far about Grandfather Edward, Lady Margaret still worships him.
Okay. Let's see. I think I jacked up. I think you're supposed to go straight to the library. Find out where the library is at. And you're not even supposed to roam around. Because when I roamed around, there was already, I was already finding stuff. And I don't think I was finding stuff in the right order. So let's see. Here. Can't go to the library yet. The maid isn't gonna pair to the library until I figure this shit out. So I mean, I figured one thing out. I don't like depending on Google because I like using my brain. I like thinking. You know what I mean? If I'm stuck for like hours, then yeah, it'd be a different thing. Because I don't really like quitting a game. The only time I really like quitting a game is if I'm dying too much. I feel like, oh, you know what I need to do? Because it's raining. What do you get when it's raining outside? A coat. I feel like that's what I need. This does have a Resident Evil vibe to it, though, because how slow it is. Resident Evil's kind of slow. Oh yeah, okay, I done that on the last video. I was just gonna see if you can grab a coat and shit. Dude, I still can't stand the camera. Oh, that short. It's like Until Dawn a little bit. Which I'm about to play after this. You know what I mean? I feel like I just should just go in the library. Fuck it. Because there ain't shit what Google was saying and doing it. Again, shout out to Daxi XP and Lamar. They're my bros. Not in real life. Like, I'm like a YouTuber just like everybody else. I just watch it. They're the reasons why I wanted to make horror video games. They're the reason why I want to do this. So, shout out to both of them. I know I'm supposed to try to make this entertaining, but I'm getting bored. And I'm tired. I don't know what the fuck to do. And I hate using Google. I know DaxiXP used Google sometimes to figure out some things, but a lot of the stuff he was figuring out on his own. I can't. I walked, like I said, I walked around here aimlessly. I don't know what the freak to do, man. There's nothing to interact with. I feel like I gotta restart the game over. I could leave the whole. Figure out what to do. But you needed a jacket. Leave the whole time. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. You try to be crazy, baby. I wanna touch you, baby. You know what I do it for, baby. I do it for the. Hey, we don't be clouting, baby. I do it for the A, baby. Hey, baby, you're looking like a slave.
Finally, some fresh air.
it just stops raining out of nowhere. I mean, it does it sometimes, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's go talk to
Master David.
You could tell it was me.
Your footsteps. I ken the walk of everyone here.
Well, that's rather incredible.
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most. See more than most and all.
Yeah, but he really don't know. I mean, he know.
If you dinna mind,
I'll leave you.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
When you talked about what they did to my father, what did you mean?
you shouldn't have come back. You canna go through what he did as a bairn and no be sick.
So his hospitalization was justified then?
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down roots here, you should think on what the poison grown here did to your father. You can?
No, not really.
If you dinna mind, this door will no mend itself.
I'll leave you to it then.
I don't think he really blind like he's saying he is.
Father had a similar toolbox. Back when he still fixed things around the house.
Dang, he'd be running like his dad too. Until his dad caught himself on fire. Ha 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 ha. Alright, we're supposed to come here, obviously, do something.
Locked with a padlock. Andrew will have a key, but I'm not keen on waiting for his return.
Right, because Andrew, the lawyer, knows some shit. So obviously we gotta go run this home.
I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave I saw in that waking dream or whatever it was. The grave my father buried something in as a boy. Who's buried here? If I could just... Ah! These vines are too thick.
So, knowing that the vines... Okay. The dude had a tool set. Obviously we go there. If y'all are enjoying this, again, shout out to Daxy XP, Daxy Games, and Lamar. Y'all know exactly what Lamar I'm talking about. Like, big nerd. Big time nerd. Like, dude.
Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon saw, a bolt cutter. All a bit rusty, but in good order.
If we knew one of those.
You wouldn't have to have a chapel key, would you?
Ain't set a foot in there for years, and I don't intend to either.
That'll be a no then. May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
To cut the padlock. To uncover graves.
I need to get into the chapel.
Then maybe you should get yourself a key, rather than destroying her ladyship's property.
See, that's what I don't get. The ladyship's property. How are you gonna say that? So who owns? So does she own it?
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
I mean, it wasn't really to cut the bolt, so I just figured you could cut the bolt probably. But weren't we just at a grave? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Again, I want to get more into the horror scene. I love horror movies. Horror games are kind of cool. I play like a little bit of both. Classics, you know what I mean? But I want to get more into the horror scene because not all people will be buying them. Some people will, but the people that are making money off of the horror games aren't making enough. So I want to get more into that. Like Dashy is, like even with the phone horror games, ain't nobody really playing those. People's be scared of shits.
Nobody left to mourn the dead or care for their graves, it seems.
So was this really not for this then? I thought it was for this. Okay. This is. I did read it on Google.
Better.
This really doesn't consider a
Cecilia
horror game.
Shaw,
It's more
Neil
like a
Gordon.
gothic
Aunt Cecilia.
game.
Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model. Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
Well, just because the Illuminati, the cult, shit like that. Oh, you gotta tap it. When you get on this part, tap X. Okay, let's see what we got. Or, see what we got to do. Let's see what we got here.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware. The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time.
Yep. So World War One. I was right. Or after World War One.
It is well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a banner to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory. Powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs. A debt as yet unsettled. A price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust.
Nice. So I guess I'll read all this.
O'er the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
The Gordons and the land become one. Okay. Oh, wait, what is that?
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect. To the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life. Lest my clan should suffer, I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
Where's the call coming from?
Let's see. So now it's just cold randomly? Nice. So, can we walk up here? No, here. Alright, let's see. Like I said, it's kind of like a click and point game with a 3D model in it. Okay, obviously I can't go there. What the frick is... What the fuck?
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
So, where? That's
All this looks like the bottom of a lake. What are you trying to show me?
what? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I didn't even think this game even had that. Let's, just in case they don't click something right away, let's kill them somehow. It's one of those point clickers, like I said.
The Celtic, with it is said, tis
We already read all
our
this,
answer.
so I'm skipping through it.
or
Some...
in to the truth. I to
Y'all should already
in-
have read it. If
till-
y'all did it. I should already read it. Skipping right through this shit. do to activate it? Oh, this. Oh my god. Dude, kill me for doing this shit right here.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real. All this looks like the bottom of a lake. What are you trying to show me?
The fallen angel, I guess. Can't skip it, so.
She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down. I feel like I've missed something. I feel like I've missed something.
Well, obviously someone pushed her down.
There's a fresh wound across her stomach. The figure up there must be Edward.
Okay, so I like how you can see ghosts underwater, because
A note. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family.
Find my child! Are you alright?
okay, so just keep this in the middle, or just around in the circle.
Did you see her? She drowned.
Calm down, you're in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Farber. I treated your father at the asylum.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Okay, some weird stuff's going on. This is some Illuminati shit. Just to let y'all know, this ain't scary shit. It's Illuminati shit. Back in the 1900s. Illuminati was going to... Well, what was Illuminati made in the 1800s? Go figure.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No! No!
I bet it's made. I bet it. $100. Yup. Freaking knew it. I told you they were gonna kill her. She knew too much. She was gonna tell me what the hell was going on. Told you. Watch my first episode. I told you they were gonna kill that hoe. She knew too much. She was gonna tell me everything. She knew way too much. That's some Illuminati shit when you know somebody knows too much and they're about to snitch. You killed her. You killed her ass. Especially if you know they part of some shit, bro. Like, oh my god. Y'all young folk got a lot to learn. Hopefully y'all young folk are coming from Dashy XP, Dash Play Game, you know what I'm saying? Dashy Game, Lamar, you know what I mean? Cause I represent, boy, represent. Can't see me doing some hand gestures about rappers. I'm joking. But because of Dashy Games, Dashy XP, he's the one that made me want
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
Someone killed her, though.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
I should alert them first thing in the morning.
You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
I'm gonna call the
Of
police
course.
first thing in the morning.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me, to prevent any further violent outburst, or so Lady Margaret had said. But something felt wrong, even then.
See?
So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up. I tried to help him. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to reach him.
Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To remove himself from this place?
I believe so.
And yet here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
Bro, that's crazy. Because, like, I live in... Never mind. But I live somewhere that's kind of like that. It feels like that.
Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? Though I think what really scared him was beyond the physical.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
I have other things to worry about right now. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, I need to find out what the maid knew. What Lady Margaret and Angus didn't want her to tell me.
You believe it got her killed?
Maybe. What I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. She must have drowned herself down at the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her?
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
Angus will have the key. Unless we can find another way in. Angus...
Hey, who the fuck?
Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself.
So I wonder if there's a... Obviously we can't go get the key because they let me outside. So we're gonna try to... Angus ain't gonna give you the fucking key. Angus is part of this shit. Dang, just the load time is taking long. Let's see somebody complete this freaking game in 2 hours. So obviously it's not that long of a game. But the loading and everything takes time, so puzzle pieces, you gotta be fast at it, but somebody with that's done all this took 2 hours.
What is it?
I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit. Don't go. Can I just have a few
It's not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
I think they can see him too, they just don't want to.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her?
To be sure she was murdered before we start.
Wait, what? Taste? Oh, take. So, is this how you get to the cellar? I feel like this is the only way.
Nobody in this house is particularly chatty. Not even when I have an actual question for them.
Wait, if she's helping me out. feel like Angus would give me the key now. I think
Oh, stunning.
It's beautiful.
How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with.
Why can't you just click X? You have to hold it down.
I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house. We need to examine...
To find out...
To be sure.
Something's carved into each one.
Alright, we patrolling the grounds, I guess. I don't... My first thought when they said you can probably go get the key from, but Andrew part of it, because he's been keeping secrets too. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which way you go. Just this way here. Which is smart, I guess.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Skahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her?
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
True that.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her?
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
You know what's crazy though? I think actually when you start getting older, and if you are part of some secret society, some stuff that you actually know about, when you get older, you don't care because you're about to die anyway. So why not get out the secret? You know what I mean?
Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
I think she about to die too. Well, I'm about to go up in this place by myself. She got the candle, unless she gives me the candles.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
Well, obviously he loved her.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
He knew.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, you ken.
Okay, so should I go down?
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Get lost!
You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that. The saboteur Edward used. They ended up in this corner. He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
You gotta be fast or you'll end up dead.
They lied to me.
I think I did that. I heard that part. So that's a demon. Keep that thing in a circle. I don't know what happens if you don't, but I'm keeping them in the circle.
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you ken?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it. For picking the wrong man for her mate. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to you.
Thanks for telling me that.
I need to know if there's proof to what I saw. I need to know if there's... The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory. The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye.
Trust your instincts, laddie.
I feel like we're close to beating this game. Can't be that long, because someone's beat it like in 2 hours. Plus, my first episode, I didn't know what to do either. Once you figure out what to do, kind of get something from there. You feel me?
David, are you alright?
Hell no, ho.
I'm fine, thank you. I think this place is starting to get to me. I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. I feel like the madness that runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn, just like your father.
Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. God knows how many more over the years.
That's some Illuminati shit, kid. Alright, so I think we do need to keep him. What's his face? Alongside, you know, fight him for it. We're gonna have to fight old good old Andrew, you know what I mean? We have to fight him. We're gonna fight Andrew. I'm all on that. Fight anybody, you feel me? Bro, to be honest with you, I would have done signed the papers already. Whether the lawyer sold that hoe. Like, y'all want the fucking castle? Buy it from him. Ain't shit free, nigga. Ain't nothing in this world for free. You know, I can't slow down, I can't hold back, even though I wish I could. But there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. So let's go talk to Andrew. Andrew, better give me that key, Andrew. Andrew, you looking like a freak, Andrew be doing some gay porn, Andrew be doing some gay porn. Oh, motherfucker ain't here. Motherfucker ain't here.
We need to
To fight.
To be sure.
Alright, So, hold up. Now, what do I just do? What the f... That shit closed again? Bro, they know what I'm doing in here. You ain't just closing shit to close shit. Wait, hold up. I like how they keep him letting up. Like,
I've seen firsthand just how terrible a bully he is. Is this what drove my father away?
They keep that motherfucker lit though. For some reason, they keep him lit. But since I got that one puzzle piece, I gotta go put it in. So let's see. 'Cause I'm on. Use key. We don't need a key. Bro. I can't do nothing here yet anyway, because I gotta have 2 key. Because I'll show you what I mean. You go to inventory. See, I feel like this right here, because obviously is the same as this right here. Yep. And it's not doing nothing. But see, the master key, you see that part? Yeah, it's gotta have 2. It's gotta have 2 parts to it to unlock it. Because the only thing I can come up with is boom boom, and then boom
boom. Not like this.
And that shit ain't gonna work. See, it needs boom boom boom, and then boom boom, and then one piece. You see what I'm saying? It's got where the lines are at. So it needs an extra piece on the key. Can't do nothing there yet. I can't do nothing there yet, so let's see. Looks my boy Cloud in the background chilling. Bro, I need to actually change my picture, but I want to change it when I start getting bigger on the YouTube scene. You feel me? You feel me? I probably should. I want to be like you only see my face like once or twice.
Do I need anything from in there right now? Don't think so.
Alright, just checking. Sorry. I was checking. Sorry for all that. I was checking my my controller, my battery for my controller. Oh wait. No, I don't got shit. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna open regardless. I gotta go downstairs, so let's go down here. Alright. She's even telling me, we gotta go back down this way. like how it's all lit up for her playing, but when I don't know, for having a single person in. Andrew gone. Dude, I wonder if I gotta be outside. I'm gonna check around the house real quick. I'm at, like I said, someone's beat this game in like 2 hours and something, 40, I think some 40 something minutes. Pretty sure that person like had everything set up the way he needed it to be. But I'm gonna do my best, you know what I mean? Do my best. Cause I already made this in that way. This is already going on 2 hours because I made 2 videos. But it's not my fault because I'm looking around for shit. So my first video is like almost 2 hours. So I mean it's like a 3-hour thing. Do beat it like a 2. I guess it's easier for some people. I should 3 hours long. But again, like I said, I'm not using Google. I'm actually trying to figure shit out for myself. So that's the difference. Oh shit, I hate that. I hate that camera shit. Oh my god. Get out of this fucking place. Just get out the house. Hold up, because you can enter. I wonder if the seller. Obviously, going to people to figure out if you can get that seller key. It ain't gonna happen. So you gotta be outside. And the whole thing is gonna be finished outside, but just her, I think. This is a quick game. No wonder it was on PlayStation Plus. This is. Oh, wait, what's that? That's a gate, right? Okay. Can I talk to him? I would hate to think you have to go all the way here to go around to go to us. Oh, I guess you could, because in the first part the guy was coming from the deer hunting and he wasn't inside. So maybe going to the cellar is a long way around.
I have to thank you again for coming to my aid in there.
I'm glad I found you in time. Thankfully, Mr. Harrison had made an educated guess as to your whereabouts.
Okay, so we can't go down there. Alright, I wish y'all could speak to me. I wish I had at least a couple subscribers, a couple people watching to tell me where the hell should I go, man? Damn. Is think I know where to go. I think I know where to go. What's that? Wow. Bro, I wish I could take the fucking car. Why is the car lights on? Dude can't drive anyway, blind. Okay, so you came from there. Where's some rocks? Oh wait, hold on, I didn't see that before. To me, this more puzzle oriented. It's not really scary, you know what I mean? It has suspense to it, but like the creator said, it's more like of a gothic game than anything. To be honest, it's not worth it. It's not worth buying. It's not. It's better off being free. THQ made a free game because it's not. To be honest with you, this game's a waste of money. It's not exciting. It doesn't keep you on edge. It's like a Sherlock Holmes with suspense. Bro. Okay. So this makes sense. Bro, how would I get to the fucking cellar though? Okay, this is new, right? Is this the gate? No, it's just a different path that gets to this. Bro, how would you get to a fucking cellar? Have a puzzle piece, 2 puzzle pieces. Oh, a puzzle piece. I gotta find a key. No, why not? Motherfucker. Alright, I'm gonna have to get back to y'all. Cause I gotta figure out something. And I'm trying to keep y'all entertained. This will be cursing, you know what I mean? Cause cursing be entertaining people. No, I'm joking. But I really am. I'm trying to keep y'all entertained. I want to be an entertainer. You know, have y'all ever seen or heard of the gorillas? Or they don't show their faces, they're just cartoony. That's what I'm trying to be. They're entertaining. You don't really know who they are, but they're famous as hell. That's how I'm trying to get. I don't want you to know who I am. Y'all can see my face once or twice. But other than that, I'm trying to keep this entertaining. So I really don't know what to do right here. I'm not trying to use Google. I'm not trying to do any of that. But like again, I want to keep y'all entertained. Like I said, I don't have any likes or subscribers or viewers yet, so I'm trying to get there. But until then, with these videos, they're gonna be crappy. So I gotta stop this so I can figure out what to do. When I figure out what to do, get back on track, you know, I can broadcast it again and y'all will be set. You know what I mean? I make sure y'all don't miss nothing. I'm just trying to make sure, you know, once it comes to interacting with something, then I'll be like, okay, I figure out what to do, broadcast it. You know what I mean? But right now, I don't even know how to get to the fucking cellar right now, so. Dude, guys, dudettes, chicks, whatever, Thank you for staying this long. If you even made it this long, check out the other video. The other video was kind of crappy too. It shouldn't have been that long. I should have already knew what to do. Have everything like mapped and set up the right way, because I already played part of it. I didn't mean how far I got now. Like, this is all on just chance and luck. The other part, you know, with the puzzles, I already should have. It should have already been fast and clean, and it shouldn't even have taken an hour, because it doesn't. It should have took at least 30 minutes. The load up time takes a little bit longer, but you know what I mean. Thank you for staying this long, but I'm gonna try to figure out what to do. When I do, I will broadcast it again. But again, thank you for just, you know, share this with your friends, whatever. I'm gonna make more horror video games, or you know, better than this one. This, like I said, this probably isn't worth buying, but thank you for being this long. Share, subscribe, like. Deuces, I'm out.